Hello everyone, how are we all? Let me just shimmy my camera over just a smidgy. There we go, that should be fine. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Let's jump back into more Final Fantasy 16. Oh yeah. Oh wait, hang on. I remember I couldn't actually do any side quests, could I? Because I'm locked at the moment. I remember now. I remember. I remember I went to go and have a look at doing this bit, and then I was like, oh, I can't do any side quests at all. Togo's like, I'll give you a ride. Fresh boy. It's really weird. I would love a dog that height, but Rufus is kind of not that far off, and he's too. It's a really weird mix.
It's like a dream. The four of us out walking like we used to.
Enjoying this, are you? Gav and the others could be in danger as we speak.
Alright.
You're right. I'm sorry. Yote is a fine scout. If Canva was attacked, she will already have begun gathering information.
Tabor isn't far. We should pick up the pace.
Jesus, the guy's just like
Now feel good,
trying
boy.
to enjoy the time he has. He is on his male PMS. Like, Jesus Christ. My dude is just trying to like enjoy a little bit of the time he's got left, and his brother's like, "Oh, are you enjoying this? The first time we've all been together after 15 years of after I spent that entire time thinking that I murdered you." Yet heaven forbid I should just, for once in this shithole of existence, I may want some goddamn niceness. Mate, right, where am I doing? Rutherford. Where's Rutherford?
Have you heard the latest from Twinside?
Have you
The
heard
Empress is no more.
Never trust an owl bearing good news, I say. It is
Ah, there you are.
My lord Marcus, is that... It is you.
There.
Then you received my letter.
I did, and I'm allowed to
I am
teleport.
Sebastian Rutherford, chief steward of your lord uncle's estate.
How did you do
Of course. We met once before.
How did you...
Yes, my lord. Thank you for coming.
And what was so sensitive that you couldn't put it in writing?
1,000 apologies, my lord. I did not mean to offend. I merely...
It's all right. Continue.
I am
all
here
right.
at Martha's Rest, at the behest of
Just
your
say,
lord uncle.
I'm not offended.
Tasked with learning what I am able of the realm's current
Jeez,
state
he really
of
is off his
affairs.
man period. Like, cheer up.
And what
guys,
I have
for God's
learned
sake.
is grim. The fall of the Mother Crystals has left Storm in a state of utter disarray.
No one's surprised.
The subsequent darkening of the heavens has only made things worse. Akashic attacks, once unthinkable, are now commonplace. The gears of governance have ground to a halt, and without a steady hand on the tiller,
Kind of our fault.
the realm threatens to drift into utter chaos. Your lord uncle, however, believes there is a way to avoid this fate, and is determined to see it set in motion.
That sounds like quite the undertaking.
It is. Hence my having enlisted the aid of several colleagues serving the 7 high houses. Alas,
Alas.
Alas.
I have lost contact with 2 of those colleagues already.
They're dead.
They are both able-bodied and trained in the sword, yet in these dark times even that may not prove sufficient to
They're
keep
dead.
a man safe on the road.
Yeah, 100%.
So you want me to find them? I'll need to know where they went.
One I sent to investigate the Republic, the
Where
other
is there
the old
two?
imperial capital of Oriflamme.
Oriflamme.
That doesn't exactly narrow it down. I suppose I'll start in Dalamil and work my way east.
Clive, you need to work.
Thank you, my lord. I shall
Clive
pray
needs to
for
work
your
on his
success
attitude.
and safety.
Thank you. Like, my dude, work on your your manner. We're gonna go find some dead bodies on the road.
It's not going to be easy finding one man in an entire republic.
Everybody
Let's
is
hope someone here's seen
dead.
something.
Everybody is
Look what they've left us.
dead.
It shouldn't be too hard to find goods.
Are the bad men going to come back?
The gentlemen of the town guard are strapping guns.
Perhaps.
Okay, that's fun. Random swords flying on the ground. This would bode well. Where's my girl? Right, now the question is, can I remember? Hey! That I need to press X to jump on her. I can't just run at her.
Someone's got himself in trouble.
Come on. I wouldn't if I
I
were
don't
you.
see your master here, so you
I
can
wouldn't
start
if I
by
were you.
giving us all the coppers in your purse.
No.
I already told you, I have nothing.
Then maybe we'll take that pretty outfit and the steel you're wearing.
Please! These men are trying to rob me!
I'll deal with this.
Well, they're about to rob
Thank you.
themselves in death.
You that one's master, then?
Something like that.
If you kindly pay the coin he owes us, we can pretend you didn't draw your blade on Republican soldiers.
Oh,
Or you
I
can go
want
back to your garrison and I won't report you to your captain.
Touche.
Oh, you're more than welcome to.
Okay.
He hasn't had many visitors since we slit his throat.
Oh. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know why that was so funny to me, but it genuinely was. I've got to stop laughing at their death noises because it's not funny. It's very funny. It's fine.
I'd expect as much from Hugo's faithful, but these were men of the fist.
Yeah.
Much has changed in the Republican Army since they lost their rock.
You've seen this kind of thing before, then?
Many times. I was sent here to observe the
haven't, I-
situation.
You're one of
Don't have a
Rutherford's
great
men.
maturity.
He sent me to look for you.
So you're still
Well,
alive then?
Then you have
I'm
my
actually
thanks.
surprised one of them is.
I fancy I could defend myself against one, perhaps two, but a whole regiment. I arrived in Dalamil several days ago, but when I called upon the captain of the local garrison to make inquiries,
You were dead.
his men confiscated my effects and locked me in a cell.
Rude.
The captain is no more. And his men make the rules now.
Well, they did,
Fortunately,
until
I
I
was
killed them.
able to bribe my way free. Only to be stopped again by those soldiers you so kindly dispatched.
What of the Fist Central Command?
Seems like they're all in
Surely
chaos.
they wouldn't allow such lawlessness amongst their ranks.
I would imagine they are unaware of it. Most of the army has fallen back to the capital and hunkered down behind her walls. Those who weren't recalled now rule the fringes unchecked, answering to no one but themselves.
Then it's worse than we imagined. You should return to Rosaria. It's not safe here.
I'll find a caravan heading north.
Go for it.
You won't mind if I borrow one of these soldiers' coin purses?
Borrow as many as you want. What am I going to do with it?
Not at all.
You deserve
Now, to find this second associate of Rutherford's. If he was bound for Oriflamme,
it.
I'll start at Northreach and see if I can pick up his trail.
What's the third one? Oriflamme. What's the other one? Ba, 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 ba.
There's a lot of road between here and the capital. Rutherford's man could be anywhere.
My guess is he's about 79 yards away. Probably in a spotted bobber himself. Or he, oh, there you go, see? Hi.
What happened here?
If you're with the others, they've already relieved me of my belongings.
Rude.
I'm not. I'm looking for someone who was sent here by a man named Rutherford.
And then you found him.
Lucky.
I'm Alistair Rockford, attendant to the Lady Ariane of House Wellesley.
Of the 7 high houses of Rosaria.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since last I saw my great-aunt. Is she well?
She did.
My Lord Marquis?
Oh no, she did.
Yes.
I'm
Yes, she
gonna
is.
stop killing people off.
The Lady Dowager
I'm only
has
right
granted me
90%
leave
of the
to
time.
assist your Uncle Stuart. I was on my way back from the old capital when I saw some villagers being robbed on the road here.
Rude.
Bandits.
The bandits
They
are
looked more
coming.
like field hands, but it didn't matter in the end. I did what I could to help the victims, but all it earned me was a pummel to the temple.
Oh,
Which way did they go?
South, toward the gate.
Okay.
All right. I'll take care of them. Founder knows I've met enough of their kind. You head back to Northreach.
Founder
Visit the
knows I
Vale.
need to get
Tell them
used
I
to
sent
using
you.
the Bahamut's powers,
Thank
so.
you. I shall.
Unfortunately, my dear
Founder
bandits,
be your shield.
yeah, looks like you're my tester. Thanks, hope you don't mind.
They just couldn't resist, could they?
Hi, my name's Clive. I'm your executioner today. How are you doing?
This one's ours, pretty boy.
I love how many people we're doing this. You are quite correct, sister. It is in fact over because I am dead. Black blood. Ew. Brother, ew. What's that, brother?
Make for the town while you can. There may be more bandits nearby.
You don't need to tell me twice. Many thanks, traveler.
So,
This looks to be all of them.
so we're not going to... Yeah, fair enough. Should you be
I
walking
thought I told you
around?
to make for the
You
Vale.
are covered in blood.
And stand by as ill might befall the heir to the ducal throne.
It's just Clive. And I'm fine.
It's just,
Which is more than can be said
it's
for
just
you.
Clive.
I will survive.
It's just
Strange that the garrison wouldn't intervene in such a brazen attack so close to their gates.
The garrison have their hands full inside the city. Some days they don't even send out patrols. There are few hands left to work the fields, and even fewer to transport the grain. The market stalls are nearly bare, and the price for what remains is exorbitant. It's not uncommon to see a fight break out over a crust of bread.
Translation,
When
the
I said
entire
the ones who
planet
attacked me
is-
didn't have the look of bandits, I meant it. They were probably just desperate.
Rockford, listen to me. If you are to continue your investigation, you first need to seek the attention of a healer.
Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
I shall return to Northreach right away. But allow me to thank you first. Had you not happened along,
Don't thank me. Thank Rutherford.
This is true.
It was he who sent me.
I suppose he'll be wondering where I've got to.
Probably, yeah.
I shall send a Bastillus as soon as I'm able.
Yeah, I was going to say, you should probably send a Solus.
Good day.
I'm not an owl, Ron.
My uncle certainly has his work cut out for him. If it isn't already too late.
Wait, what?
I should go and tell Rutherford that his colleagues are still in one piece.
What does that mean? What does that mean? Your uncle better be alive, because I'm having words if he's not. Hey!
I see you're still here.
The rest's location affords a constant flow of traders, and with it, a constant flow of information. Speaking of which, I received word from both my associates. They have resumed their investigations, thanks to you.
The main character.
They only happened to be in the right place at the right time. They both seem to think the realm's prospects rather grim.
Well, they've seen a lot
I am
of it.
afraid that grim would be putting it lightly. Storm is in crisis, and if we are to free her, we must work quickly. And we must work together. Such is your Lord Uncle's wish.
As it is mine.
Smooth like a butler. I don't like the name of that side quest. I got really confused for a minute there because I was like, this isn't the first one. This is the second.
Nothing like a little unrest.
The ones that I'm doing now is the second one. Completely forgetting that, of course, I've just finished the last quest, so it gets knocked off the list, which therefore means that the second quest is now the first quest. But my dumbass brain was like, huh? I swear, I need some sleep. Isaac did not sleep very well last night at all. So, yeah.
To the meadows then.
To the meadows! To the meadows! To the wall!
This
That was freaking unnecessary! All of that was unnecessary. Right, what am I doing? I forgot what I was doing now. Alright. Alright, okay, there we go. Alright, what am I looking for?
Hippocrates said I should be able to find what I'm looking for somewhere nearby. Bright blue dragons and bright yellow flowers. Should be easy enough to spot.
Oh, they're yellow. Is that not what you were looking for? Hello? Is it me you're looking for? Aww. Akashic chocobos. Or whatever it calls them, chocobos. Okay, that's definitely.
Now that is heady. This must be the Drake's Mint. That just leaves the Skyworm.
Here we go.
Wait,
get this over with. Get him!
Raptor liver.
I think that's everything Molly needs to resurrect her recipe. Better head back.
You okay? Right. 10 out of 10. A game, if you allow me to pet that dog,
lost its appetite.
100% that game is
So,
10 out of 10.
Did you have that word with Tomes then?
Well, you did.
I did, and he was as helpful as ever. He told me exactly where to look, in fact.
Oh dear.
And what precisely will I be cooking up? Or is it better not to know?
Probably better.
Blueback wyvern liver. And, a herb known as Saint's Bonnet.
Ah, wyvern livers, was it? Well, at least it weren't actual worms, I suppose.
I
Now
love the
then,
fact that she's not actually
you stay
that
right where
disgusted
you
because
are.
in her head, it
I've
was
got some
already
cooking
worse
to do.
than whatever it ended up
Let's
being.
hope these grand old chefs of yore knew what they were on about.
The grand old chef of yore. They knew what they were talking about. It looks like poo.
And here we have it. Fried mortress of skyworm. Ivan's offered to make sure it's fit for consumption. Well, I say offered. He as good as begged.
Looks like
And rightly so. Is there any higher honor than partaking in a slice of culinary history?
It looks like poo. You ate poo. Oh. I told you we just ate poo. Is he dead? Oh, no, he's fine.
So, not fit for consumption then.
What witchery is this? The crackle of the crust gives way to an almost violent richness. Yet, it is the piquant kiss of the saint's bonnet
What
that
is
tames
this man? This
savage
is the second
dish.
time that he has
It is a
absolutely
tour de force.
loved.
A force of
But it
nature,
has
even. A
preceded
maelstrom of
him being
flavour and
violently
sensation. A graceful beast emerging from centuries of slumber.
Even Clive
I
was
think
fed
he
up
likes
with
it.
this.
Well, I can't quite tell with all that nonsense he's talking. But I reckon you might be right. It was decent then, I take it.
Was he like a food
Decent.
that he genuinely doesn't like?
It's remarkable. And I defy any man to say a word to the contrary.
Because this is the second time he's been
Sid,
like, oh my god.
might I
he's
suggest that you command a party of your
like,
finest men
ill.
and women to procure a dozen blueback wyverns
And he's like,
forthwith?
oh my god, it's amazing.
I'll give it some thought.
Bet you need some kind of not to be outdone. Thanks. That's two. Rendezvous with Goods. Goods, my boy. Where are you? You big old Goods man. Oh,
The bandits
yeah.
made me know.
The bandits.
Look what they've left us with.
The bandits are no longer coming because the bandits are dead.
Mummy, are the bad men going to come back?
Oh no.
The gentlemen of the
He
town
made
guard is
sure
back.
that the only place they'll be going is down the river Styx. Here he is.
Could be I know something more. What's it worth to you?
Listen! I found someone who says he's heard the rumours about Nan.
Oh, I remember the rumours about Nan.
Go on. Tell him what you told me.
All right. It's like I said. A wizened old crone by the name of Karen's been selling steel to whoever will pay her price, be they knight or knave.
How very dare you.
Says the more swords and spears she puts in people's hands, the more war they'll wage. And the more war being waged, the more call for swords and spears. And who will they all turn to keep them in steel? Why, the good Reaper herself.
And you've seen this Reaper at work?
Aye, it just so happens I have. You'll find her right here plying her trade most days.
Here in Delamil? Where exactly?
She has a stall here in the market, but if you're not the patient type, you can probably find her at her storehouse on the edge of town. But it'd be a bolder man than me that braved that particular nest of vipers.
Oh, it's this
Feeling
particular
bold,
nest of
traveller?
vipers she needs to be careful
I
of.
hope so, for your sake. Now, if that's all, I have places to be.
Sorry to have kept you.
Thanks for the info.
You don't think Nan's the Reaper, do you?
Not unless she's discovered the secret of how to be in two places at once.
Eh? What do you mean?
Lady Karen hasn't left the hideaway in weeks. So who has been running this stall he spoke of?
Good question. I'll go and have a look.
Come on.
And I'll visit this storehouse on the edge of town.
All right, but be careful, Clive.
You too, Goots, because you're the one I'm worried about more than me.
You too, Goots.
Thank you. You're more likely to get hurt than I am. Alright, how do I leave this place? Hello. This way? This way. Okay. Yeah, I got front. Oh, my eyes really itchy.
The gentlemen of the town guard are a strapping bunch.
No, but they are.
What a mess.
Start on the edges and work your way in. I don't think that is genuinely helpful, but... Ah. Too far. Hey.
You fought very bravely.
Damn right I did. Damn right I did.
Time to brave the Viper's Nest.
Yeah, I'm all on.
Just you, is it? Thought I might have laid it on a bit thick.
It was a fairly unconvincing tale. So, what now?
That's up to you. Die a slow death, or a quick one.
Do you know who I
Boys,
am?
he's all yours. But that sword is mine.
Come on then. Have you all signed your lives away? Have you got a real test going on?
Now we could pretend this didn't happen.
I'm sorry, I really should not find that. Slight overkill, not gonna lie. I said we're ready. Oh yes, you're preparing to die. Funny that, innit? What was that about my sword?
Oh, you've done it now.
Go on. Tell me what I've done.
When the
He
Borgwin
needs to
finds
stop
out
being
you've
hot.
killed his men, he'll have your head.
needs
He
to
only
stop being
wanted
hot with
that
this.
bull of a manservant, the dim one always clinging to Karen's skirts. You weren't even supposed to be here. Who the hell are you anyway?
What were you going to do to him?
The Borgwin wanted him to get to Karen. I was only supposed to point the lamp in the right direction once he arrived in Dalamil. But then you turned up. Well, go on then. If you're going to end me, end me.
You're not worth the effort. Now be gone, before I change my mind.
Fucking coward!
I need to find Goots. Right now.
So the person running off with the tail between his legs and a very noticeable wet patch around his crotch is calling me a coward. The audacity.
Get your filthy paws off me, you naughty painted lout!
What?
Stop calling me names! And stop spreading them horrible lies about Nan!
Oh, you made
Well,
it
that will be
bad.
easy enough. For they are not lies. Every last word is true. And she must pay for her crimes in blood.
Lord!
Goot, are you all right?
He's gonna kill Nan! He said she had to pay in blood!
After what she did, it is only right. She ruined my life and the lives of countless others.
Wow,
That
wow,
loathsome harpy's very existence is a crime, and I will not allow it to continue.
Try
Goots,
me.
was it? I have no quarrel with you.
I have a
Only
lot of
with your
quarrel.
employer.
I have a lot of quarrel
Run
with
along
you.
now. You need not pay for her sins.
No,
Good boy.
No.
No.
I don't care what she did. I won't let you hurt Nan. Promise me you won't hurt her, or I'll kill you myself!
Goot, no.
Enough, all of you!
Oh, Nan's turned up. Nan.
Karen. But how did you?
You're a sight less clever than you think you are, the pair of you. Did you think I wouldn't notice the two of you slinking off together? Well, the whole
She's
thing
not
got me
dumb.
thinking, who in Dalamil might bear me a grudge? And a certain snivelling shit I ran afoul of in my fairy years came to mind.
I forgot
Though
about
it was
Karen.
just Bogan back then, wasn't it? I thought the years might have taught you some sense, but I see you're the same pants-pissing craven you've always been. What was it we called you? Wet legs?
You bitch! Everything that happened. It was all your fault!
Beautiful.
And now you'll finally pay for what you did to me!
You'll always be wet legs. That was 100% Goots.
Goots, you...
If you want a piece of Nan, you'll have to go through me.
Fuck!
Wet legs.
You great galoot. Out of the way, I can handle this myself. So, wet legs. You remember what you told me when we last met? An eye for an eye. Wise words, Sam. Wise words. And now, it's time to collect.
Go, Karen. Go. Go, Karen. Go. Damn, Karen.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Is he...
Dead? No. But I reckon he wishes he was. It ain't easy going through life one eye short of a pair. After all, I should know.
You don't mean...
Oh, don't tell me you didn't notice. Lost it to old Wet Legs back when we were working the same routes. Said I'd stolen from his strongbox. I'd done nothing of the sort, mind. But that didn't stop him taking his little revenge. So I took some of my own. Sorry, lost everything. His coin, his clients. Always knew he'd be back one day to claim his due.
Oh, Karen,
But he crossed a line dragging poor Goots into this. It didn't hurt you, did it?
Beautiful woman. You
No,
beautiful
Nan.
woman.
Still got all my arms, see? Legs too. But what if he comes back again?
Oh, he will.
What if he does? First we take the other eye, then we work our way down. He'll learn his lesson soon enough. But something tells me that Wet Legs has learned it already. Right. Let's get you back to the hideaway. You've attracted quite enough attention already. Ta-ra, Clive.
Oh, Karen.
Remind me never to cross you, Karen.
Yeah, 100%. Karen, you beautiful, fucking terrifying woman. Woo! Damn! That had to just rip the guy's eye out. Woo!
Nothing like a dish of cold vengeance to foul the gut.
I'm sorry, Nan. I didn't mean to make things worse. I just thought I had to protect you. Like you've protected me.
Aye, well, someone had to. Your parents certainly didn't give a whit for your well-being. Reckon the both of us would be worse off if I'd not taken you on.
Oh, both of us.
You've always been me right eye, Goots. And I'd have you stay that way. So don't you dare go looking for trouble again.
Oh.
Well, I will. If you ever need help, I'll do it again and again, and you can't stop me.
Why, you big lump. Fine. Play the hero if it makes you happy.
Oh, these two are the cutest things
Nan.
ever.
I won't let you down.
You're the biggest cutie patooties I've ever seen. Don't worry.
There's nothing he wouldn't do for you.
That's as maybe. But if he's ever to make his own way in life, he'll need to start looking out for himself as well. Till then, he'll need people to watch his back, just like you did in Dalamil. Don't think I didn't appreciate that.
Of course. His family.
Stop it. You make me one good eye, mister. I don't go thinking that'll do you any favours. A potion today will cost you the same as it did yesterday.
Couldn't expect anything different. You beautiful woman. You beautiful, beautiful woman. So you can read. Congratulations. Do you know what? If anything happens to Karen, and it's not something I want to think about, but obviously she's getting old. She's getting on a bit. Like, watching that entire thing just made me think about what Goose is going to be like when Karen goes. I don't think he's going to cope very well. But I love that. So you can read. Congratulations. My dear lady is the Queen of Sass, and I freaking love her. She's also a menacing lady that you do not want to mess with. Alright, let's go back and get some more stuff done. Hey, baby girl.
Ready, go?
Speaking of one-eyed ladies who you wouldn't want to mess with, we
Fly,
have
Ambrosia. We can use the ruins to cross the ravine.
Assuming they will allow it. The echoes have a will of their own.
I wonder if they said about that. Aww.
Tell us about Yote, Joshua.
Hey.
She's strong-willed, loyal, and deadly with a blade.
Hey.
Much like Clive, but with better manners.
Ha! Rude. I mean accurate, but rude. Hey.
Be safe.
Hey. Hey. You okay? Oh, damn. You ain't long for the world, my dear.
You're injured.
Oh, well, no shit, Sherlock.
What happened here? Where are your comrades?
Thanks, Eagle Eye. I wondered
Ether
what all
flood
this red on my
up
chest
ahead.
was.
It swallowed our camp while we slept. My own men did this. Turned every last one of them. There's a village not far from here. Tabor. The people were kind to us. It's only a matter of time before they won't stand a chance.
No, they probably won't.
We can't let those monsters reach the...
I'll go. You catch your breath.
I think he's gonna need more than to catch his breath, Nate.
Thank you.
A potion?
Oh,
Anything.
encampment is up ahead.
Literally anything.
Just off the track.
Felix down.
They must not reach
Bandages. Water.
Tabor. Forgive me, Lord Cougar.
He's also... Oh.
Rest well, soldier.
My dude bro is dead.
You said the encampment was close. Let's hope the Akashic are still there.
Sorry you died. Sorrow.
Another ether flood. They're everywhere now.
Sorrows and
We can't go around it.
Then we'll just have to be
Can't
careful.
go over it.
Good. We're here in time.
I'm yelling timber. You better move. You better dance.
Is someone there? Please, I can't move my leg.
That doesn't sound like an Akashic.
What gave that away? The fact that it's talking? I don't usually. There.
You're with the battalion?
Dying person. That's a great start.
I heard the fighting. Are the others?
Taken care of. One of your brothers in arms told me what happened and asked for help.
Another survivor? Where is he? Tell me.
His wounds were too deep.
I'm sorry. Oh, now you can stand up.
He was right to send you. Those things you slew are no longer my brothers. Tabor is safe thanks to you. Here, you've earned it.
Thanks. I kind of feel wrong. You've literally just lost your entire, like, regiment. You were very badly injured and said you couldn't feel your leg, which apparently has mysteriously disappeared because you're able to stand, but whatever.
You seem familiar. Have we met?
You must have me confused with someone else.
Run away!
Wait. That scar.
No, please don't. Please don't.
You're Sid.
No, please don't.
I was there in Cosnes when you killed my brothers. I was there in Rosalith when you killed my commander.
My war with Hugo Kupka is over. I bear no ill will toward those who followed him.
And what of my ill will?
True.
Coward! Draw your steel. Lord Kupka shall be avenged!
Don't. No.
When your wounds have healed and your head has cooled, come and find me if you must. Though I hazard your life would be better spent in service of those who need it. Or have you forgotten your oath to the Republic?
My oath? What would you know of oaths?
I know how hard they are to keep. Which is why I'm giving you the chance to keep yours.
No. I won't be deceived. Lord Kupka told us of your crimes. You are an outlaw. A murderer, not some...
Man. Like you or anyone else.
I am nothing like you. But if you're not gonna
But can you leave the bag of thing money I just gave you?
Leave! Just know that I will find you, Sid. Someday.
Okay. You're welcome. A bit broken. That definitely reaches somebody that's just kind of starting to realise that maybe he's been lied to. Yeah, he ain't going nowhere. In fact, if anything, Clive has just given him a worse death by allowing him to become an Akashic zombie who will probably go and kill the people of Tabor Tabor that he was so concerned about protecting. Yeah. He's 100% just like, this is where it turns out Clive is the monster. Oh, you want to draw a seal against me? Have fun killing the people you just tried to save. Bye, bitch. Yeah. Bye.
We're nearly there.
Have you been to Tabor before?
There are a few places I haven't.
Back to the stables, girl. Where now, Joshua?
There is a residence just inside the city gates. She awaits us within.
Hello. Hello.
My Lord Marquis, it is an honor. I am Yote, Knight of the Undying, charged with the protection of His Grace Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix.
Damn, she had no hesitation in walking in there.
It all makes sense now.
Would you care to elaborate?
Yeah, for those of us who doesn't know what the hell's
The
going on.
Undying are loyal servants to the ducal throne. Or more specifically, to its heir. They have served our family for generations, albeit from the shadows.
Since their inception, they have been tasked with the preservation and enactment of the rites of ancestral communion. After the events at Phoenix Gate, it was the Undying who delivered me to safety. And since the day I left Rosaria, Yotei has been my constant companion and protector. Without her sword, I would not have survived my journey across the realm.
Rise, Lady Yotei.
I'm not a lady.
You saved my brother. I owe you a debt I can never repay.
Aww.
I but did my duty.
Maybe you should start with the attitude then,
Come now.
Clive, and try
Tell us
to,
what
like,
you've discovered.
attack her. She clearly was not armed
Your Grace.
or anything.
It is as you feared. The
Yeah.
vessel we spied off the coast of the Crystalline Dominion on the night of her fall. It was the Einherjar. Beyond any doubt.
The Black Galleon.
Joshua, the Einherjar is the Royalists' flagship. What business would they have in the Dominion?
Upon learning of Waloed's involvement in recent events at Drake's Fang, I sensed the malign influence of Ultima, and bid Yotei and the Undying look into the matter.
We have reason to believe that the Black Galleon weighed anchor shortly after the fighting began, and set a course due south.
For Canva. Then it is Waloeda Knights who besiege the cities.
What is left of them? Yes.
Rude.
And the Black Galleon sails at but one man's behest. Barnabas Tharm.
Barnabas, who I'm guessing is Odin. I don't know half these people. I spent most of this game thinking that the guy that died with being impaled
But
by
are
the
we truly
spear,
safe here in the Agora?
the Emperor was Odin.
The city guard have been paid,
So
if that's what
don't-
you're implying.
By no means take
All
what
the
I think
more
to know.
reason for them to run.
Well, you are free to leave, Lord Minister.
Markets abandoned, warehouses aflame, blackened hulls choking every port in the capital. Canva is ruined.
The realm teeters on the brink of chaos, and all you can think about is commerce.
Forgive us. We were not aware Dhalmekia now subsisted on charity.
How dare you?
Didn't serve. I'm sorry, I don't know why.
Distinguished members of the council,
I don't know why that came into my
you
mind.
must forgive His Majesty this intrusion.
What is the meaning of this?
A trifle crowded, but I fear it will have to serve, my liege.
Very well.
My colleagues, do you not see? The king! He has come to save us from the Akashic.
Oh, Jesus Christ, you're the worst turncoat I've ever seen. Kill him. Kill him.
He is a gift from the heavens, divine intervention, our
kill
very
him?
salvation.
And of course, if it is compensation he requires, we would be most willing to negotiate a fair price for services rendered.
Fools. Your ignorance unbecomes you.
Huh? Yeah.
Your Majesty, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would swear that the fiends washing the cobbles of Canva with the blood of her citizens wear the colors of Waloed. Ha! So you do not deny it.
No,
Guards,
it's smoke.
fetter them,
Yeah.
and see our guests to the dungeons!
Oh no, there is somebody alive. Yeah, that's not a good idea.
Enough.
Bad idea. I did try. I did try to warn you.
Pathetic creatures. That you should imagine yourselves worthy of salvation. The girl is still here,
Damn.
somewhere in the city. Her consciousness fair dripping with her late father's hubris. A consciousness to which Mythos is inextricably bound, and inexorably drawn. See that he is made welcome.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Yeah.
Come, Mythos. Surely the prince's light cannot have sated you.
I mean, I know I did say can we kill them, but Jesus, that was a big room.
So then, how long has Waloed been under Ultima's control?
How long indeed?
Good question.
Based on what we know of Barnabas's actions, I would guess some few years, mayhap more.
But to what end? What does Ultima want?
The tapestry. Show them.
Please, remember your manners, Joshua. Follow me.
By the flames.
Phoenix Gate, Drake's Breath, and now here. But what is it?
It is old, ancient, even. Naught remains of the faith it represents, save what can be gleaned from the image itself. None could tell me what the one in the apothecary meant. Even the Undying. But I believe it may be the key to discerning Ultima's purpose. That figure in the center, the one beneath whom the icons congregate, that I believe to be Ultima. He is a god, or at least godlike. His very existence beyond our ken. The icons, and by extension their dominance, are meant to be his subjects, and while some, like Barnabas, have accepted this role, others have rejected it, like you, Clive, which is rather inconvenient, as it appears he needs you most of all. And gods don't like to be disobeyed.
No, I don't suppose they do.
Clive, may I tell Yote of the lake?
By all means.
Yote, I will be accompanying my brother to the Free Cities. Whilst we are afield, I would have you watch over those Clive has made his wards. Omielos delan tuisag ilith. Though well concealed, the hideaway lacks trained fighters to defend its occupants should they be discovered.
But it is my duty to...
As it has ever been my brother's duty, remember.
If that is your wish, Your Grace. But please be safe. If aught were to befall you,
You have my word.
Wow, chicka, wow, wow. Keep a goddamn eye on him or I will murder you myself.
Farewell, my lord, my lady.
We are in your debt, Yote.
That's mean, Joshua. You're just freaking dismissing her.
Let's find our friends.
Those two are like, do we need to have a conversation about what's just happened? Do I need to teach you about the birds and the bees? Are you practicing safe? So,
It's plain she cares for you very deeply.
yeah.
And I her, which is why I had to let her go.
Opportunity beckons. Who among you is bold enough to heed her call?
What do you
Is that blade for hire, perchance? Because I have a mind to make a killing.
Figuratively, I hope.
Well, yes and no. A passing caravan carried with it a rumor most fortuitous for one in my trade, that an elder Dread Evis had been sighted in the fields of Korava. Dread Evis are aggressive beasts. Compelled as they are to acts of violence, few survive to maturity, but those that do develop a hide of phenomenal value.
A hide you want to sell?
Eventually, yes. Though I would have it tanned first that it might be crafted into marvels the likes of which the world has never seen. Dread Evis skin is a rare thing indeed. But the worked hide of a well-aged beast, now that would fetch such coin that Gilbert himself might weep with envy. Bring me that beast's skin, and I will share with you the bounty of our combined labors.
All right. I'll hunt your Evis.
Of course you will. When one lives in such troubled times, it is a fool who lets opportunity slip his grasp. Leave Tabor through the east gate, but take the path that branches west. Once you reach the checkpoint at Tovany, you are a mere stone's throw from the fields of Korava. I eagerly await your safe, and above all, triumphant return.
You need to stop trying to attack everybody, my
Cyril.
dude.
How fares the search?
Well, Your Grace, my report shall be with you ere long.
Ah, yes. Yotei is otherwise engaged, at my behest.
And the duty of wardenship?
Fulfilled. For as you see, I've been reunited with my first shield.
I am Cyril, Knight of the Undying and bearer of the Burning Quill, charged with chronicling the mortal deeds of His Grace, Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix, and rightful Archduke of Rosaria.
I entrusted Cyril here with overseeing the investigation into Ultima's origins.
Makes sense.
Findings from his brothers and sisters afield are delivered here to be collated and catalogued.
Just how many Undying are there?
Many.
Not nearly enough, milady. Yet we are glad to give our all in service to the Phoenix.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Such is, and has ever been, our creed.
I see.
You have your associates, I have mine. But you may now think of them as ours. That won't be a problem, will it?
The Phoenix is our sun, and we but the shadows that quicken in his radiance. It is from the darkness that we serve, both him and now you.
You're very suspicious.
Pray accept this token.
Even Torgal thinks so. Thank you.
For as long as you bear it, members of our order will reveal themselves unto you.
Thank you.
If there is nothing further,
I hope you don't mean completely.
You are dismissed.
Your Grace.
Thank you.
To Canva, then.
We'll talk about this later. Cyril seemed very, You certainly keep strange bedfellows, Joshua.
My dear,
The free cities under sea.
don't have the opportunity to be like picking your company right now. Hey, girl.
Are you sure this is the right way, brother?
Yeah, I'm doing the side quest, Josh. Shut it. I'd asked for your opinion. I've kept my mouth shut.
enough of you, are there? Time to fight.
It's really not. We don't have time to stop in every single time, okay? There it is.
Quiet. Old he may be, but it looks like there's still plenty of fight in him yet. Slow.
Bahamut walking around blowing breathing fire at him is pretty cool. There we go.
This thing reeks. The sooner it's off my hands, the better.
I love talking in the background, giving himself a bit of a shake. Shake it up, shake it up.
Here's your hide, as requested.
I worried you might never return. Quickly, let me see it. Oh, as supple as a maiden's cheek, yet as adamant as her virtue. This is everything I'd hoped for, and more.
Can you find
Clearly, my trust in you was not misplaced. You must be a hunter of considerable talent to have bested the beast with nary a scratch.
I did a lot more than
Join me as my honored partner. With my means and your might, we shall be as wealthy as the merchant kings of Zemeckis.
I
don't plan on making a habit of this. I'm busy enough as it is.
Just say.
Very well. Though I believe fate had a hand in our meeting, it would be unbecoming of me to beg. Do not allow me to keep you from being about your business. Here, for the hide.
You didn't have to be an asshole about it, Clive. You didn't have to be an asshole. I feel like 90% of this game has been spent me going. You didn't have to be an asshole about this, Clive.
Careful how you pack that leather. Any creases or scratches.
You there!
Antiquarian.
Finally. No one was paying me the slightest heed.
Is something wrong?
At the university, the students would hang on my every word. Sadly, this far from home, I'm just a vagrant greybeard.
The university? You're a scholar.
A specialist in ancient cultures. The most accomplished in all Valisthea, some have said. Not that I look the part in these tattered rags. In my heyday, no obstacle could have kept me from my studies. Yet here I am, a wizened windbag, bested by the many steps of Tabor. The answers I seek lying just beyond my enfeebled reach. Would you do an old man a kindness and brave the stairs in my stead?
Just walk upstairs?
You'll be amply rewarded, of course.
Do you want me to carry you, or...?
Climb the stairs and...
And memorize a few inscriptions for me. Assuming you know your letters, that is.
I do.
Some courteous soul is rumored to have carved clues to Tabor's rich history into stones dotted about the village. 3 of them, to be precise. 1 each to the north, south, and east. I'm here in the hope that those carvings might shed light on a riddle I've been pondering for some time. Namely, the otherwise undocumented origins of Tabor's unique people. People quite unlike those of neighboring lands.
I can't promise I'll remember everything perfectly.
Remember what you can.
Or why
I'll
don't you
piece
just go
together
and,
the
like,
rest.
do a...
Make for the domed pavilions,
rubbing of it.
and you'll have no trouble finding the stones.
Whack a piece of paper, get some chalk. Just do that. And you don't have to memorize anything. You don't have to memorize shit.
Thank you for the deer leg, mister.
It's alright. I didn't bring a deer leg, but you're welcome. Wanderers of the Golden Plain, lay your root in stone. With pride recall thy noble past and make these rocks a home. Oh, don't say it.
What Golden Plains might the wanderers have called home, I wonder?
Don't say I've got to memorise that, because yeah, that's not.
So it's these stones to Canva, and the rest of the boxes to Dalaman.
Guardians of the crystal, thy first stones of Tabor, sacred, hold thy noble blood till ends the mother's labour. Ooh, is this interrelation?
No history would be complete without mention of the mother crystals.
Yeah. But with them talking about the end of the mother, is this talking about the actual destruction?
How are those
of the
new
mother
boots
crystals?
treating you?
They're fantastic. Soft as fingers.
Children of the hunters, now tillers of the land, reap her promised blessing and give praise to her gracious hand.
Farmers must have settled here in Tabor. I should speak to the old scholar before I forget everything I've read.
My dude, 2 of them are on this level. He could have gone to these.
The engravings were in good repair considering their age.
Oh, what that I could have seen for myself.
Why don't I just carry them?
Don't tease me now. What did you learn of this place and its people? Let's start with the engraving to the south, shall we? What did it say?
Don't make me choose. Oh, Guardians of the Crystal.
Guardians of the Crystal. The first stones of Tabor.
Yeah.
Sacred hold thy noble
I don't remember
blood
what the other 2 were.
till ends the mother's labor. I'm pretty sure that was it.
Fascinating. It would seem the founders of this city were descendants of
you
those
should have taken
fallen
rubbing.
charged with protecting the mother crystals. But whatever could have driven the Guardians so far from their sacred charges, I wonder? The engraving to the north is next, I think.
Wanderers of the Golden Plains, lay your roots in stone. With pride recall thy noble past, and make these rocks a home.
I think.
Or, I think that was it, at least.
No doubt you're right. There are vestiges of nomadic customs in Tabor its guardian roots could never account for.
I wonder what happens if you got one of them
This
wrong.
is proving most enlightening. Now, for the final stone.
Now tillers. That's it. Tillers of the land. I remember
Children
that.
of
Talked
the
about.
hunters,
Thing is.
now tillers of the land. Reap her promised blessing, and give praise her gracious hand. That's all three.
And so, we add primitive farmers to Tabor's founding peoples, the final piece of the puzzle. 3 engravings, one for each of the 3 peoples to have settled Tabor in ancient times. Guardians of the Mother Crystal, wanderers from across the plains, and last but certainly not least, hunters turned farmers. Little wonder it was so difficult to trace the roots of Tabor's culture. Those roots reach down through 3 distinct traditions. Nonetheless, one cannot help but wonder why this fact is not better known among scholars, given that the stones stand here for all to see.
Too many stairs, perhaps.
Too many by far. Here.
It's like, I appreciate that
thank
joke.
you.
What happens if you get it wrong? I'd want to know. You die. Okay, so I think that's it now. The side quests.
How are those new boots treating you?
They're fantastic. Soft as phoenix down, but tough as boiled blood.
Beneath the flood, yes.
Go on then. Let's head over to the next bit. Okay.
Ah, Lord Rosfield. I'm afraid I cannot stay to talk. I must leave to collect the reports of our spies in the field. Now that you wear the Phoenix down, our brothers and sisters will no doubt reveal themselves to you too. Farewell, my lord, and may the Firebird's flame burn ever in your heart.
Thank you.
The free city's under siege.
Good girl.
Faster!
Clive, please don't call Ambrose. You're a good girl. Right in my ear after whistling like that. You're gonna awaken something.
Orcs. Then let us be rid of them.
He's having an awfully good time.
Don't get surrounded.
We're really not. Like, they just did it for us, and I was like,
Smoke. Is the city fallen?
okay. Fire. Talking about fire.
The free men are still holding their own, then.
Do we have any idea where Gav and the others might be?
There's a warehouse near the docks where we agreed to meet if there was any trouble. We should hurry.
Yeah, probably. Gav should be there. If Gav isn't there, we riot. Okay, I have a feeling that's going to be a very intensive story bit, so I'm going to do some more of these little sidey quest things. Get some of these little bits and bobs.
If we're going to do this, we'll need help.
Clive,
Your timing is impeccable.
Always.
It just so happens that right at this very moment, we're in need of someone with your talents.
And what talents would those be?
Why, your fearlessness and your skill with a blade.
I'm listening.
Well, as I'm sure you're aware, when these dark skies swept over the Republic, so too did a wave of chaos and confusion. Randalar has been particularly badly affected. Many of the capital's bearers have lost their masters, or taken the opportunity to flee them. None remain free for long, of course. Most find themselves under the protection of the Fist before they get far. But the army too is in disarray, and finds itself unable to provide for its new charges. Which means it has been looking to sell.
And you've been looking to buy, to make sure these masterless bearers remain that way.
Precisely. It's the perfect opportunity to free dozens more, and for an attractive price, no less.
So where does my skill with a blade come in?
Though we may have the funds to buy these bearers, we have nowhere to house them. So we've been searching for a place where they can be resettled. Somewhere far from the prying eyes of those who would see them enslaved once more. And we believe we have found one. Cashlock. A small hamlet hidden in a canyon. The place was abandoned a long time ago, but when the men moved out, the beasts moved in.
And so we seek the aid of a fearless swordsman to encourage them to look elsewhere. You'll help, won't you?
How could I refuse?
Excellent. Theo, if you wouldn't mind making arrangements for the transportation of our guests, as we discussed.
Of course. Leave everything with me.
Sounds like you'll have your work cut out for you.
I will. We have an entire village to stock and furnish. Residents and all. Even if I begin right now, I'll be working day and night. So I'd better get started. Try to clear the place out before the wagons roll in, won't you?
I'll do my best.
You will find a village in Chedra's Thread, past Leitney's Cleft. My man there will open the gate for you.
All right. Wish me luck.
I'm sure you won't need it. Must have been a nice place once.
It will be again.
see it die.
I think that's the last of them.
I think you're right. Let's head back to Boklat.
Yes.
Something the matter, Theodore?
Quiet.
Those are our terms. I trust that you will give them your full consideration.
I shall. Thank you.
Him again.
Someone you know?
Yes. And, no. But enough about him. How did you fare down in Cashlock?
It's done. The village is safe now.
You made quick work of it, as always.
I should go and let Eloise know.
Don't let me keep you. But Clive, don't tell her I was watching her, will you? She'll only get upset. I'll explain everything once you've finished with your report.
All right. We'll speak then.
Hey, girl.
Eloise, I just got back from Cashlock. The village should be safe now.
Thank you, Clive. Here, something for your trouble.
Thanks.
Well then, now that you have laid the groundwork for our little project, I suppose we'd better finish the job. The first thing we'll need to do is make sure our offer for the bearers is accepted.
You're still in negotiations?
We are. A trusted colleague has been dealing with the Fist on our behalf, but things have been trickier than we anticipated. I suppose it's to be expected. This is the army we're dealing with. Fighting's what they do. But we shall emerge victorious in the end.
Well, if you need any help, you know where to find me.
I'm not sure I do, but thank you all the same.
What, as in you're not sure where to find me, or you're not sure if I can help? They're two very different things.
Ah, Clive.
You wanted to talk?
The man I was watching earlier, the one speaking to my sister. He represents the Silver Peak Consortium. It's one of the bigger trading houses.
I don't think I've heard of them.
Well, every trader in Dharmekia has. They operate across the length and breadth of the Republic, and they're still expanding. They've been trying to get Eloise to join their ranks for some time now, and judging by her reaction earlier, I'd say she had half a mind to accept their latest offer.
And you'd rather she didn't?
I would rather she did what makes her happy. And I would never deny her such an opportunity. Eloise saved me from slavery, and we have striven to save others like me ever since. But this was not the life my sister wanted, nor the one she deserves. I won't let her give up on her dreams again for my sake. She freed me from my bonds, and she must be freed from hers in turn.
You're a good man, Theo.
I have always been grateful for what my sister did for me, and I want to repay the favor by letting her live her own life. But each time an opportunity to do just that arises, she turns it down. For my sake.
She loves you.
And I love her. Which is why I want this time to be different. To show her that I don't need to be watched over anymore. Though I'm sure I'll still need some help from time to time. I trust that I can count on you.
Obviously.
Always.
Thank you, Clive.
Rose.
Well then, I had better get back to work. These bearers aren't going to move themselves. That's a job for the Crimson Caravans.
Last way.
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need.
Still not taking them to that storehouse in the Vales.
You know what you have to do.
Hello. You still planning on dying?
I fear that I must bid you farewell. As you know, our time grows short. The Lord Chief Justice's vultures are circling. We must strike now. Before we part, I want you to know that, though I may not always have been your most vocal ally, I trust you, as I trusted your predecessor.
Thank you. I appreciate the sentiment, and I understand more than anyone how you feel. But is revenge really the answer?
Yes.
It is the one I found, and it is all that I have lived for since that day.
But what of Lostwing? Everything you've built.
I built Lostwing to achieve this aim. Once it is done, the village will have served its purpose. My comrades and I are sure of our cause, and we shall fight to the last, come what may. But there are those among us who cannot fight. Children, the elderly, bearers afflicted by the curse. I would place Lostwing in their hands, if I thought it would do them any good. But a village home only to the frail and the infirm is not likely to stay a safe haven for long. And so, Clive, I find myself turning to you once more. Will you take them to your hideaway?
Yeah.
That they might live, even should Lostwing die?
I will.
Thank you. I will not have it said that I did not see to the well-being of those who rallied to my cause. The people I speak of have withdrawn to Gotan's Bales, away from danger in case the Black Shields strike.
Understood. I'll make sure they get to the hideaway safely.
Then the last of my preparations are complete. Fare you well, Clive. And may Griga guide us. All of us.
Come then, brother. We are awaited in Gotan's Bales.
I have a feeling that Joshua will tell me I'm wrong again.
Everyone, Quentin has asked that you come with me. He can no longer guarantee your protection, but I can. There's a safe place I can take you to.
Well, if that's what the Master thinks best. Sid, none of us would be standing here today if it weren't for Master Quentin. We owe him our lives. So we ain't about to start telling him what he should do with his. If he's saying we ain't safe in Lostwing no more, it's 'cause he ain't coming back. And if that's what has to happen, then so be it. I only hope he can see this through to the end. That we get to see justice done.
I hope so too.
Oi! You lot! Where's everyone else? They ain't already left, have they?
They've gone with Master Quentin.
Fuck! Fuck! Fuck!
What's up?
What's wrong?
I've just come from the Justice's manor. We have to get Quentin to call off the attack. It ain't just the Black Shields protecting the place. He's got a guard dog and all. A fucking monster. They don't stand a chance against that thing. If I don't get the message to them, they're all gonna fucking die.
Silly cat.
We can't let this happen.
Silly cat.
Sid!
Silly cat.
Don't worry about us. You've got to catch up with him. We can't let Quentin die before that bastard does.
All right. I'll do what I can. Where is this manor?
It's way over to the east, through the woods. Heaven Hall, he calls it.
Promise us, Sid. Promise us you'll do what you can.
Cat, why?
Let's go.
Sounds like my turn. Right, cat. Ow.
Clive, look.
No. Don't tell me we're too late. Straight home now. Quentin, are you all right?
No. But I am alive. Which is more than I can say for my comrades. They followed me without question all the way here. And they died. For nothing.
He did try and warn you.
This must be the guard dog. Quentin. I'll hold it off. You go.
But...
Your comrades didn't die for nothing. They died for you. Don't let their sacrifice be in vain.
100%.
I won't.
Come on, then.
Come on, boy.
That is no mere guard dog.
No. Just a rabid beast that needs to be put down. If only we'd arrived earlier. Is it over?
It is. He wept and begged for mercy. And I cut him from ear to ear. Just as I dreamed of doing all these years.
No.
All my plans. Building a haven in Lostwing. Freeing bearers from their chains and recruiting them to my cause. It was all for this. But what is this? Justice? My faithful comrades. All those lives lost. so that I might take another.
Did he try and warn you?
Master
Didn't say
Quinton!
it.
Oh, thank Grieger you're safe.
You're alive.
Yes.
And so are you. I'm so sorry. I tried to warn you about that thing. And I hate to say it, but there's more bad news. It's Lostwing. It's been flooded.
What?
What do you mean flooded? Oh god.
Lostwing. My Lostwing.
And look who's here.
Black shields.
They must have stolen in after we left, just before the flood struck. What if there are still people in there?
Shut up.
Don't be a fool. Damn it.
Come on.
Quinton's not going to last long in there.
Let me finish this quickly.
I need to get back to Quinton.
Where is it? No.
Quinton! Quinton! Look at me! Thank the Founder. He hasn't turned. I'm going to get you out of here.
Egypt. You bloody Egypt. Sometime later.
Welcome back to the land of the living.
Is Lostwing?
The flood has filled the valley.
I see. Then all is at an end. A strange way to achieve one's life's ambition.
No, Master Quinton. Save your strength.
Why?
No.
All that I strove for is gone. Only emptiness remains. I have nothing left to live for.
What the heck are you on about? You've got us, ain't you? Don't try telling me you only freed us so you could get revenge. We're more than that to you, and we all know it.
I thought you weren't coming back. But I prayed, and you did. There's got to be a reason for that, right? Can't we just go back to how it was? You know, you looking after us all.
Your work ain't over yet, Master Quinton. We believed that you were the right man to lead us, and we still do.
Your village may be lost, but it seems your people aren't, so long as you remain to guide them.
But why? After what
Hey.
Why would anyone follow me?
Because we're family, aren't we?
Family?
Yeah, and all our comrades who went with you, they felt the same. Lostwing weren't just a village. It was all of us.
It was. And as long as we're still here, it is too.
We can start again. Build a new Lost Wing. Right here in the Bales.
See, Dodgy, you need new Lost Wing.
A fresh start. One life ends, and another begins. Why just a village? We could build towns. A nation, even. What's to stop us?
That's the Master Quinton we know.
Please. I am nobody's master. Quinton will suffice. After all, we are family.
No, cute. And there's a cute end to an otherwise not so cute thing.
Permit me to withdraw my request. I will no longer be needing your help in looking after my people.
I'll pretend you never asked.
But you must be rewarded for your efforts on our behalf. You saved my life twice over. And more besides.
A bottle or two of your finest red will suffice.
Of course. Nothing but the best. And I have a feeling that this year's vintage will be the finest yet. If you don't mind waiting, that is.
I look forward to it.
Yeah. So I think this is kind of like closing off. I get the feeling we're coming towards the very much coming towards the end of the a lot of the side questy bits. Because this is now a lot of these kind of like Martha's Rest is now like, I feel like that's the end of the Lost Wing thing. That's the end of I have a feeling this is going to be the end of like Martha's Rest stuff. I feel like they're closing down a lot of these sections now. I kind of get the feeling we're coming towards the end of the game. I don't think we're quite there,
Clive,
but I think we're
just the man I was
closing
hoping to
stuff off.
see.
Oh? And why is that?
So, like Lost Wing
Remember
story
how
is
some
done
of Sir
now.
Wade's guardians took up residence here after the Akashic attacked? Well, now the rest have come to join him. Seems their barracks in the Lazarus have been lost to an ether flood. Now, I don't mind having a few more brave boys around to keep them animals at bay. I ain't daft after all. But we ain't got nowhere for 'em to bed down. Poor buggers are having to make do with haylofts and chocobo pens. I'd build 'em a new barracks here if I could. But where would I put 'em? There just ain't enough room up here on the rock. Which leaves us in a bit of a pickle. The people we're counting on to keep us safe are living like beggars.
I see.
And it ain't just that lot. There's bears to think about too. There's been more and more of them turning up lately, coming from all over looking for safe haven. But there's only so many we can shelter with the room we've got. We can't keep cramming more and more people into less and less space. What we need is a new home for our new arrivals. And that's what I was hoping you might help me with. If it ain't too much of a burden, of course.
It's no burden.
Thank you, Clive.
So, where were you thinking of making this new home?
Well, I reckon we could do a lot worse than Eastpool.
Eastpool. It's been a long time since I thought about that place.
It was a tragedy, what happened. And if any of us could have done anything to stop it, we would have. But what's done is done. And those who lived there wouldn't have wanted the village they loved to be left in ruins.
I suppose you're right.
The blight might be pressing in, but I reckon it's got a good few years left in it yet. There's just one problem. A band of cutthroats have made it their den, and they don't seem like they'll be moving on in a hurry. Nasty bastards they are too. I've lost some good men to their raids. Would have sent someone to clear 'em out sooner, if my boys didn't already have their hands full fending off the Akashic. But now we've got a few more Guardians of the Flame to call on. I reckon it's time we made our move.
Fair enough.
What do you say? Fancy leading a raiding party?
I do. Eastpool was once home to people I loved. I won't have bandits sully those memories. I'll gladly drive them out of there.
And I know the men will gladly follow you. I've already shared a few thoughts with Sir Wade about how we might be able to win the place back. And I dare say he's got some ideas of his own too. Why don't you go and talk to him?
Of course.
Yeah, they're definitely closing off a lot of like side stories. So,
Back
like,
to
this-
Eastpool then.
Not just yet.
This is like.
Let's hear Wade's
this is
plan
closing
first.
Off the Eastpool and Martha's Rest. We've closed off Lost Wing.
So, Wade,
Yeah.
it's good to see you well.
And you, Lord Rosfield. And you.
I spoke with Martha. She tells me you have plans to free Eastpool and make it your own.
That's right, though it was mostly her idea. I rather fear my men have been treading on her toes somewhat since joining us, not to mention each other's. And then there are the bearers, men and women who found the courage to flee their masters and sought refuge here. We need somewhere to settle them, and I can think of worse places than Eastpool.
As can I. Which is why I agreed to help you win it back.
That's very kind of you. I'd be most grateful if you would. With you beside us, we shall soon send that rabble of rogues running for the hills.
Bit of
So,
illustration, isn't it?
what can you tell me?
That thankfully there aren't too many of them. Fewer than a dozen at our last count.
Easy.
And rather less, thankfully. The road that leads there will more than likely still be crawling with Akashic. A small force would suffice to clear the village, but if the Akashic were to follow them in, that force could end up trapped between a rock and a very hard place indeed.
I'll head into Eastpool and deal with the bandits. You and the Guardians can stay outside the village and fend off any Akashic who come too close.
Okay.
Make sure I'm not taken unawares.
I can't ask you to bear all that risk yourself, my lord.
The Akashic are the bigger risk. I can handle a few bandits.
Well, if you're sure,
Absolutely.
I shall summon my men at once.
Shall I wait for you here?
No need, my lord. You go on ahead. We'll be with you before long.
All right. I'll meet you at Eastpool then.
We shall see you there. And may victory await our coming.
Is there anyone that's a little bit straight in the middle of it? Kind of really weird seeing Eastpool just completely abandoned. And like knowing that this is where that old guy was just like, yeah, I'm waiting for
Who the hell are you? Kill them!
You will leave this place or face the consequences. That's the end of that then.
See you.
Or maybe not.
Or maybe not.
What's that thing doing here? Doesn't matter. It goes to... this way.
Well played. Thank you.
Any more surprises? I'll take that as a no.
Bravo. A magnificent display, my lord.
You were watching? I thought you were keeping an eye out for a Kashik.
We were. Put down more than a few on the road, then arrived just in time to see you slay that... whatever it was.
Let's hope it was the last of its kind. Though I expect you and the Guardians will be up to the challenge should another appear.
I would hope so, my lord.
Your men will be bringing the bearers who'll be living here, I assume. It might be best to send word for them to come right away, before any other unsavory characters move in.
Of course. I'll send orders for them to depart immediately. Leave it with me, my lord.
Will do. Thank you very much. Let's go back to Martha. So yeah, this finishes off the Martha's Rest.
Home. Without masters.
No. We're the masters now. Our lives are our own at last.
That's all of them. And not a single Akashek in sight. Now to begin the important work of rebuilding the place. It won't be easy. Especially not after 5 years of beasts and blackguards having their wicked way with the place. The masonry might still be sturdy enough, but half the beams are rotted. Those that weren't lost in the fire or burned by the bandits, that is. It'll take a bit of elbow grease, but we'll see Eastpool rise again. Just you wait.
So wait. Lady Hannah is buried here. If you don't mind, I'd like Oscar to join the rebuilding efforts. He should be a part of this.
100%.
Of course. I couldn't agree more.
I'll let Martha know that everyone arrived safely. If you need anything more, you have only to send a Stolas.
And we will, my lord. Safe travels.
You too.
Eastpool lives again.
Let's go and tell Martha the good news.
Let's finish that one off, and then I think that should be pretty much all of this.
Ah, there you are. All went well then. Sir Wade told me you got rid of the bandits while his lot kept an eye out. Nicely done. And what's all this about some shape-shifting nightmare showing up? On second thoughts, don't tell me. It'll only give me nightmares of me own. What matters is you did it. And now we can build our new village.
I suppose it will be. What will you call it?
What else? Eastpool. Sir Wade said it best. There's plenty bad happened to that place, but that don't undo the good that happened there. No need to throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Did Wade say that?
Well, something along those lines. Anyway, the poor souls might have made it to Eastpool, but their work ain't done yet. So the way I see it, neither is mine.
Yeah.
If it's food or lumber or strong backs they need, the rest is ready to provide it.
Thank you, Martha.
No, thank you. You didn't have to help us.
Yes, we did.
I wanted to.
should be everything. However, I don't really want to jump into a large amount of cutscenes, so I'm going to leave this here for today. So yes, thank you very much for watching, lurking, chatting, whatever it is you have been doing today. I will be back tomorrow playing some more Final Fantasy VII because I want to finish doing some more of the little sidey bits and side quests and stuff, and then I can jump into some more story stuff. But until then, have a fantastic rest of your evening, day, whatever time zone you are in. And yeah, I'll see you later. Bye.